Imagine spending your entire childhood, your entire adulthood, your entire life training to become the ultimate warrior. You have broken ribs, you have deformed your spine, you have sacrificed decades to perfect a single skill. You are a master, you are unstoppable. And then a farmer walks onto the battlefield. He has never held a weapon before today. He got one afternoon of instruction, 1 hour, maybe 2. He winds a lever, he loads a bolt, and he kills you from 100 yards away. This was not fantasy. This was exactly what happened when the crossbow emerged in medieval Europe. It took everything the feudal system believed in. That skill mattered, that dedication mattered, that a lifetime of training made you superior, and it threw it in the trash. A mechanical advantage had just democratized death itself. Subscribe to Barrage and Bushcraft for the untold stories where history meets survival. In the year 1179, the Pope did something extraordinary. He issued a decree banning the crossbow as a weapon of war. He called it unchristian. He declared it forbidden. And the warrior class listened. But here is the thing. The Pope was not afraid the crossbow was weak. He was afraid it was too strong. The Church understood something the knights did not want to admit. The crossbow did not care about your bloodline. It did not care how many years you had trained. It did not care that your father was a warrior and his father before him. A crossbow in the hands of a common soldier, a mercenary, a peasant, that was a threat to the entire feudal order. It was democracy with a mechanical trigger. It was revolution in steel and wood. And no ban, no matter how divine, could stop it. This is what happens when efficiency challenges hierarchy. Subscribe to Barrage and Bushcraft to discover the weapons, tactics, and truths that shaped human conflict. Medieval knights despised the crossbow. They called it cowardly. They called it dishonorable. They said it violated the sacred code of warfare. A true warrior faced his opponent strength to strength, weapon to weapon, skill to skill. That is what made someone a warrior. That is what made someone worthy of respect. And then the crossbow appeared, and a man with no training, no experience, no lifetime of dedication killed a knight in plate armor from 100 yards away. The knight's response was not to accept the new reality. It was to call it cheating, to call it shameful, to insist that somehow the crossbow was wrong. But here is the truth. The crossbow was not wrong. It was inevitable, it was efficient, it was the future, and no amount of honor could stop it. Subscribe to Barrage and Bushcraft for the lessons history teaches about survival, adaptation, and the cost of refusing to change. A medieval knight's plate armor was his life. It was custom-fitted to his body. It cost a fortune, enough to bankrupt a merchant. It represented years of craftsmanship. It had protected his ancestors. It made him feel invincible. Mail had been penetrated before, sure, but rarely. Plate armor was different. Plate armor was absolute. And then the crossbow changed everything. A bolt from a steel-prod crossbow, launched with mechanical advantage, could punch through plate like parchment. Suddenly, the thing a knight had spent decades and fortunes acquiring was useless. His greatest asset was worthless. Knights responded by making armor even thicker, even heavier, which meant they could move less, fight less effectively, and required more resources just to field a single warrior. Meanwhile, a crossbowman needed almost nothing. No armor, no training, no bloodline. Just a mechanism and an hour of instruction. The math was brutal, and the medieval world would never recover from it. Subscribe to Barrage and Bushcraft for the battles, weapons, and survival lessons that changed the course of human history.